5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Salute.
And there goes another one. Another Chinese rocket blasting off. This one's taking 3 astronauts to China's space station and bringing Beijing a bit closer to having a base on the moon. It's not every day you're allowed to enter a remote Chinese military facility, but here I am, after flying for about 3.5 hours from Beijing over China's snowy northern mountains, and then driving through the night for another 3 hours to this joint space and military facility in the Gobi Desert. I've been told by the Chinese government officials accompanying me I'm not to go peeping around this strictly guarded facility, the place where China developed its ballistic missile capabilities back in the 60s. I've been allowed in for a different kind of blast. 3 Chinese astronauts are being sent to the Tiangong space station. They'll take over the digs for the next 6 months, replacing the 3 Chinese astronauts who are up there after a few days of handover. While they're in the space station, this new trio of Chinese astronauts are going to conduct experiments on what Chinese scientists have dubbed moon bricks. These moon bricks are made of material on Earth which replicates substances found on the moon. In the coming years, China plans to construct a moon base, and it hopes it'll be able to use these materials to speed up the process. Well, it's all happening in the press room. We're about to meet the 3 astronauts, and they're going to come and meet us from inside this bubble. Of course, they've got to keep away from us so they don't take any germs up to space. 2 of the astronauts are young enough that they could be returning in the coming years to be the first settlers of that moon base. They've already joined the ranks of China's space heroes just by being on this mission. China's intensely proud of its space program. These 3 astronauts are going to be beamed into Chinese state television repeatedly over the next 6 months as they orbit the Earth. For all the fanfare at home though, many outside of China worry about its intentions. They worry about the dual-use military applications of its lunar advances. And not for nothing. China's space program sits directly under its military command. Most of its astronauts are members of the People's Liberation Army Astronauts Corps. At the top of the Chinese Space Command structure is, you guessed it, President Xi Jinping. It should take a bit over 6 hours for these 3 astronauts to arrive at China's space station. After all the pizzazz at this launch, they'll then get on with the often grueling work of being a Chinese space pioneer, trying to realise this country's huge ambitions for its lunar projects over the coming years. This is Will Glasgow, the Australia's North Asia correspondent in China's Gobi Desert.